We have to make sure all the water and cleaning chemicals are completely flushed out of these internal passages. This is the cleanest teardown we've ever done.
Absolutely, we're in a great spot for the rebuild.
Now that the block is clean, we can start taking our measurements, making sure the micrometers are perfectly calibrated first. All right, the moment of truth. Let's see how bad this crankshaft really is. We need precise measurements to determine if we can save it.
This section is completely rusted through.
But the main structural points here are still good. They pass the caliper test. We can work with that. The rear strut is completely rusted out. It has to be replaced.
Agreed. But look at this intake manifold. The ultrasonic cleaner works wonders.
This is where she comes back to life. It's painstaking work, but the heart of the Batmobile deserves nothing less than perfection. Listen to that click. That means the engine is one step closer to roaring again. Using the piston ring compressor and a soft mallet to gently tap it in, then we torque the rod cap bolts to the factory specifications. Using the installation tool, apply firm, even pressure until you feel it click into place. Perfect. All right, easy now. Get this assembly loop spread evenly.
Looks perfect, honey. It spins freely.
Yeah, satisfying. All right, let's get the cap torque down. There it is, right on the line. Perfect fit. That felt solid. We're using the torque wrench now to make sure these head bolts are exactly the spec. That's the first one down. We're lining up the timing chain now. You have to be meticulous here, making sure the line marks on the chain and sprockets match up exactly before we lock it down. All right, the oil pump is seated. Now we just drop these bolts down to the factory spec. Hear that click? That's exactly 20 foot-pounds. All right, the oil pan is on. Now we torque these down in a precise cross pattern, ensuring a perfect seal before we move on. We need to make sure these valve bolts are torqued down evenly, following the correct sequence to prevent any leaks. With the engine rebuilt, we're carefully fitting the accessory mounts. A satisfying click with the torque wrench means these are perfectly aligned and ready for the next stage. Phase 8 is complete. The long block is fully assembled and ready for installation. Making sure the bearings are perfectly aligned before we tap it into place. The key to a smooth transmission is precise alignment. Here we see the selector rail sliding effortlessly into the newly installed shift works. Listen to that. Smooth engagement in every gear. This gearbox is finally ready for the Batmobile. And that's the first click. Moving to the opposite side now to keep the pressure even across the casing. Once the disc is centered with the alignment tool, we can bring up the pressure plate. Then it's just a matter of torquing these bolts down in a star pattern. And with the impact wrench, we'll secure the bell housing bolts, connecting the gearbox to the block. We upgraded the fuel injection system here. It should handle the afterburn, no problem.
It looks incredible. All that hard work paid off. We need to make sure we get this entire section now.
What about scenes over here?
Yeah, mark that one too.
This is the satisfying part, seeing the original Batmobile underneath all this decay. Passing off the cockpit here, we need these lines absolutely perfect before the gloss goes down. The gloss on this is incredible. The metallic orientation is absolutely perfect. This is exactly what we wanted for the final finish. This is always the best part of the paint job. Look how sharp that line is. It's finally coming together.
Look at that gloss. It's perfect. I can't believe we finally got here. It looks amazing. We did it. It's finally together.
I can't believe it. It looks incredible. After all that work, getting the wheels mounted is a huge milestone. She really looks like the Batmobile again. With the brake line routed, it's time to mount the calipers. Hearing that impact wrench really is satisfying.
All right, that's seated.
It looks incredible, doesn't it? And that is the main harness connected to the firewall. Nice and secure. Aligning its lines here, making sure it's perfectly centered before we torque it down. This is the moment it truly becomes the Batmobile again. Oil pressure stable, coolant's coming up nicely. She's running perfectly, not a single leak underneath. Being at 900,950, looking for $1 million now, $500 million, going once, going twice, I'm sold for $1 million.